In the shadowed corners of history, there are whispers, faint, fleeting, yet persistent, of figures seen only in glimpses, haunting the edges of our collective memory. The first sightings of the men in black emerged quietly in the late 1940s, amid the turbulent aftermath of the Second World War, as the world awoke to the dawn of the nuclear age. Ordinary people, farmers, airline crew, military personnel, those brave enough to share their stories spoke of encounters not just with strange beings in the sky, but with those enigmatic, impeccably dressed men, void of emotion, bearing an unsettling calmness that chilled to the bone. A man in Arizona, in 1947, claimed he was stopped while driving late at night. Two men in crisp black suits appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Their eyes were unreadable, void of warmth, yet piercing with an unnatural intensity. They questioned him about what he'd seen in the sky, an unidentified flying object that had crash-landed nearby. When he insisted he saw nothing, they simply disappeared into the night, leaving behind only questions that gnawed at him for decades. Legend swells around these first accounts, transforming them into myth, a tapestry woven with stories of government cover-ups, secret agencies controlling the narrative, and men who appeared as supernatural enforcers. As decades passed, sightings became more frequent, more visceral. From the deserts of Nevada to the cityscapes of Los Angeles, the reports kept recurring. People claiming to experience hallucinations, memory lapses, or even inexplicable injuries following their encounters. The stories are often eerily similar. The men in black are always there, always silent, always watching. They appear without warning, sometimes materializing from thin air, other times emerging from shadows. They seem to have an almost hypnotic power, skewing memories or intimidating witnesses into silence. Many who have come forward refused to speak again, the stories of their encounters often ending with a cryptic warning: forget what you saw or face the consequences. What fuels the legend further is the pattern of their connection to extraterrestrial phenomena. Some whistleblowers allege that these black-suited figures are not mere government agents but something far more complex, perhaps entities born from the very fabric of the universe, tasked with overseeing or suppressing encounters with beings from beyond our world. Could they be the guardians, or jailers, of extraterrestrial secrets? Could they be, somehow, linked to the origin stories of these otherworldly visitors, woven into our shared history long before modern sightings? The early tales carry an almost mythic quality. A journalist in the 1950s attempted to investigate the truth behind a series of sightings, only to disappear mysteriously after publishing a revealing article. Rumors circulated that it was the men in black, silencing the truth. Or perhaps something even older, an ancient force masking itself behind the guise of modern agents. Throughout history, archetypes have persisted. Men in black robes, shadowy figures in folklore, demons, or spirits, each echoing a deep-seated fear of the unknown. Some suggest that these entities are an extension of preternatural forces. Others argue they are beings from a different dimension or plane of existence altogether. The recurring theme is that they have always been present, lurking at the boundaries of our understanding, invisible yet omnipresent. What if these stories are more than mere urban legends? What if the men in black truly originate from somewhere beyond reality? What if their very existence is intertwined with the cosmos, a puppet show of extraterrestrial origin? Could they be the ancient custodians of some celestial secret, sent to maintain the delicate balance or prevent humanity from awakening to truths we are not ready to face? The early sightings, the legends, and the mysterious encounters hint at a profound connection. The semblance of human appearance masks something alien at their core, a hybrid of myth and reality. Perhaps they are reflections of our fears projected outward, Or perhaps they are the guardians of a forbidden knowledge. They move silently through history, their presence an ominous reminder that we are not alone and that some entities are watching, waiting. As we delve deeper into the origins of this legend, the question emerges louder than ever. Are the men in black merely manifestations of human paranoia and government conspiracy? Or are they something much older, an extraterrestrial element woven into humanity's fabric since the dawn of consciousness? Could ancient myths speak of beings strikingly similar to these black-clad figures? Do ancient civilizations have stories of shadowy visitors in black robes, wielding influence over kings and empires? The story of the men in black isn't just about extraterrestrial sightings. It's about the profound mystery of what lies beyond our perception, the strange, the unknown, the forbidden. When we trace the roots of these sightings back through history, we find echoes of a cosmic origin, silent sentinels or enforcers standing at the edge of human understanding, holding in their presence a secret that could rewrite the very fabric of reality. We stand on the precipice of revelation, peering into the abyss of myth and truth intertwined. The origins of the legend suggest that these black figures may not be entirely human, nor fully extraterrestrial. They are perhaps something in between, a bridge or barrier between worlds. Their true purpose remains hidden, preserved within the shadows of history, waiting patiently beneath the radar of consciousness. Their existence an echo of a truth too vast for us to comprehend. And so, the story continues. A story that some believe is still unfolding, a silent saga of shadows, secrets, and the cosmic dance between worlds, where the men in black serve as the unyielding gatekeepers of forbidden knowledge. To understand their origins is to confront the very essence of what it means to be human in a universe filled with mysteries too deep and too ancient for our minds to hold. But perhaps, just perhaps, the key to unlocking the deepest truths about ourselves and the universe lies hidden within the shadows they cast. In the dim light of a cracked, fading screen, the shadows stretch longer, weaving through the dark corners of our consciousness. The idea takes hold, unbidden and persistent. What if those figures clad in black, the so-called men in black, aren't merely government agents hiding truths but something far more otherworldly? Could they be extraterrestrial beings in disguise, walking among us, cloaked in human veneer? It begins with whispers, stories passed down by witnesses whose encounters defy conventional explanation. One such account speaks of a man who, on a quiet evening, observed a figure standing by his car, the sleek black suit contrasting sharply with the dusk. The figure approached, and as it drew nearer, the witness felt a sudden, inexplicable chill. The figure's eyes shimmered unnaturally, reflecting a strange, unsettling glow. When questioned, the figure's speech was precise but devoid of emotion, its movements calculated, unnatural, almost mechanical. The witness swears that he saw something in those eyes, a distant glimmer of otherness, of something not human. And then, there are the symbolic patterns seen in various reports, strange symbols that appear in connection with sightings of these entities. Symbols that resemble ancient alien glyphs, etched unknowingly into documents, painted faintly on walls, or reflected in strange markings on the ground. These symbols are not random. They echo motifs seen in ancient civilizations, pyramids, star maps, spirals, tracing a pattern of cosmic knowledge passed through ages, hidden within the fabric of human history and now subtly woven into the fabric of their mysterious visits. Some witnesses recount bizarre behaviors. No signs of emotion, no fear, no curiosity, no hesitation, simply a cold, calculated detachment. They act with a purpose, with a certainty that hints at a shared consciousness from beyond our understanding. One victim described a visit that left him paralyzed, unable to scream or move as a black-suited figure dispassionately examined him, as if taking a biological sample. His subsequent memory was fragmented, as if his mind struggled to contain the surreal, alien intrusion. Strange tech is also part of the narrative. Devices that appear out of place, compact, glowing objects, not quite gadgets of this earth, emitting faint pulses of alien energy. These objects often vanish just as witnesses try to examine them up close, like phantoms materializing and dissolving at will. The extreme secrecy surrounding these encounters, the bizarre surveillance setups, and inexplicable power outages strengthen the theory that these beings possess advanced, possibly extraterrestrial technology, hidden behind a veil of deception. The behaviors extend to the classic lore. Men in black working tirelessly to erase evidence of UFO sightings, intimidating witnesses into silence with an eerie professionalism. But the question persists. What if their true mission isn't merely to cover up but to observe, to analyze, or even to subtly manipulate? Are they custodians of some cosmic secret, sent here from distant stars, tasked with monitoring humanity's awakening to the universe beyond? Delving deeper, one can't ignore the uncanny similarities between these figures and ancient depictions of otherworldly beings. Cave paintings, sculptures, and carvings orbit the edges of historical records, gods descending from the skies, star beings watching with unblinking eyes. Are these memories, reinterpreted through time, of extraterrestrial visitors? And could the modern men in black be their descendants, adapted to our era, still guarding the secrets embedded within ancient memory? And what of their strange behaviors, disinterest in human emotion, unnatural movements, and the eerie calmness that rattles witnesses to the core? Their actions resemble those of beings not entirely tethered to this physical realm. Some suggest that these are not human at all but entities cloaked in human skin or biomachines designed to pass among us unnoticed, their true form hidden behind complex biological or technological masks. Within these unsettling threads, one begins to weave a tapestry of possibility. That these entities are extraterrestrial, not just witnesses but active players in a secret game that spans eons. Their disguise as humans, their manipulation of symbols and behaviors, seem designed to maintain the illusion that they belong here, that they are part of us. But beneath this facade lies the core question. Could the men in black be the alien we've long presumed to be our enemies or allies? Or perhaps they are something else entirely, a new step in the evolution of life, walking in worlds parallel to us, watching, waiting. As the narrative of evidence accumulates, the lines between reality and myth blur. The witnesses' testimonies resonate with a haunting familiarity, the images of shadowy figures emitting strange signals, the symbols stitched into the fabric of our history, the inexplicable tech that defies our understanding. Could they all be threads of the same fabric, woven by beings from beyond the stars, cloaked invisibly in the fabric of human society? The question remains hanging in the air. Could these beings disguise themselves so convincingly that we are truly blind to their extraterrestrial origins? Are the men in black not just government agents but emissaries, or perhaps explorers, sent from distant worlds, observing us discreetly? This hypothesis is not merely a flight of fancy but a daunting possibility rooted in the accumulation of strange, persistent anomalies that defy rational explanation. They challenge the very notion of what it means to be human, what is real, what is alien. And so, the story continues. Not with clear answers but with whispered hints in the shadows, with the echo of ancient secrets echoing in the modern night. The possibility that these mysterious figures are extraterrestrial in origin lurks just beneath the surface of our consciousness, waiting to be uncovered. What truths lie beyond our reach? Are we simply part of a cosmic surveillance chain, watched over by beings not quite human, thread by thread unraveling the fabric of our understanding of reality? The answers, like the shadows that stretch across this dark narrative, remain elusive, concealed behind the veils of deception and disbelief. But the question burns brightly in the silent darkness. Could the men in black be not of this earth? In the shadowed corridors of power, secrets are kept hidden beneath layers of deception and silence. Document after document, declassified but still elusive, paints a picture of a world where the truth is buried beneath the weight of government authority. Whistleblowers emerge from the darkness, their voices trembling yet resolute, revealing stories of covert operations that defy explanation, involving strange aircraft glimpsed in the night sky and men dressed in black arriving silently to hush witnesses into submission. These accounts, though often dismissed as paranoia, persistently echo through the corridors of history, whispering of ancient cover-ups and silenced revelations. Imagine for a moment the implications. What if the government, in its unquenchable thirst for control and secrecy, has been concealing the existence of extraterrestrial life? Are these secret agencies, cloaked in shadows, guarding alien secrets that could shatter the very foundations of human understanding? Are they protecting humanity from truths that could ignite chaos or, paradoxically, elevate us to a new level of consciousness? Each declassified file, each whistleblower confession, feeds our curiosity, yet deepens our suspicion that some truths are too dangerous to reveal. Through the murkiness of these clandestine operations, stories emerge. Men in black, silent and intimidating, dispatched to erase witnesses or discredit their stories. Their presence is both menacing and enigmatic, a symbol of authority wielded in darkness. Many who have encountered unexplained craft or otherworldly entities vividly recall the sudden appearance of these black-clad figures, their cold eyes and ominous demeanor leaving indelible marks on witnesses' memories. They are as much a part of the mythology as the sightings themselves, whispered about in hushed tones among experiencers, conspiracy theorists, and researchers alike. Now, we turn to a clandestine world where every piece of evidence, whether a grainy photograph, a whistleblower's testimony, or a leaked document, serves as a fragment of a larger puzzle. The puzzle hints at a reality far more complex than publicly acknowledged. Decades of secrecy have created a labyrinth of truths and lies, where what's opened and what's hidden become indistinguishable. Sometimes, entire operations are erased from official records, replaced by redacted pages or unexplained gaps. Yet, in these gaps lie the questions that gnaw at our collective consciousness. One famous example involves the mysterious area known as Dulce, where testimonies speak of underground facilities housing alien artifacts and perhaps even extraterrestrial beings. Reports suggest that secret experiments have taken place beneath the Earth's surface, often tied to military interests wanting to harness alien technology. Whistleblowers claim that these operations go on undetected, hidden from public view by layers of security and denial. The government, they believe, has made agreements, secret pacts with entities not of this world. Agreements that most would choose to ignore, if they knew the truth. But are these stories only tales spun from fear and imagination? Or do they contain truths hidden beneath layers of disinformation? Governments have long been adept at controlling narratives, sometimes fabricating stories to hide their own failures or to mislead enemies. Cold War secrets, clandestine spy missions, and covert programs for advanced aircraft technologies fill the pages of history, hinting that our understanding of what we see in the sky is shaped just as much by what is concealed as what is revealed. The most chilling aspect of government cover-ups is the persistent pattern. Whenever sightings or encounters threaten to surface into the open, official responses tend to escalate into denials, ridicule, or superficial explanations. What's left in the shadows often seems far more disturbing than what's allowed into the light. The widespread use of hush money, the intimidation of witnesses, the suppression of evidence. These are tactics that echo through the annals of conspiracy lore, revealing a calculated effort to maintain control at any cost. Yet, amid the darkness, there are those who refuse to be silenced. Leaked documents and anonymous sources have provided tantalizing glimpses into a reality concealed for generations. A 2017 anonymous leak from within the Pentagon revealed the existence of a secret program, unacknowledged by the government, that studied unidentified aerial phenomena. These revelations sparked controversy but also ignited a renewed curiosity about the intentions and knowledge of those in power. Are they hoarding knowledge to prevent panic? Or do they know more than they admit, controlling the narrative for their own purposes? In the corridors of the dark web and among conspiracy circles, whispers persist about secret meetings, high-profile officials, scientists, and military personnel gathering behind closed doors to discuss what they know about extraterrestrials. Some even suggest that recent advancements in space surveillance and technology are the result of reverse-engineered alien craft recovered in the aftermath of crashes. These stories, whether based on hearsay or hidden truth, challenge the official stance, suggesting that we are not alone and that certain government agencies are guarding this knowledge fiercely. As we peer deeper into this clandestine landscape, questions multiply. Are these agencies protecting us, or are they hiding dangerous truths that could destabilize society? Is Earth a strategic outpost, a testing ground, or merely a containment zone for something far broader and more mysterious? Could the so-called men in black be existential enforcers, tasked with maintaining the secrecy at any cost? Their silent, relentless presence hints at an overarching control mechanism, one designed not just to cover up sightings but to safeguard a secret that, once unleashed, could alter the course of human history. In this shadowy realm of government cover-ups, the line between myth and reality blurs. Every declassified document or leaked anecdote carries a weight that resonates with those who seek understanding beyond the accepted narratives. The possibility that we are being watched, manipulated, or even guided by forces beyond our comprehension becomes less unlikely with each new revelation. The truth, cloaked in layers of deception, remains elusive, yet the urge to uncover it persists, driving us ever forward into the darkness, where whispered secrets await their time to be exposed. And as we step into the next chapter of this saga, one thing is clear. The shadows hold answers, but they also conceal more questions. Is humanity ready to face what lies beneath? Or are we destined to remain in the dark, forever searching for truths that are themselves shadows, echoes of a reality they tried to erase? In the shadows deep beneath the surface of our world, where the truth hides behind a veil of silence, the whispers grow louder. Rumors of biological anomalies weave through the darkness, oddities that defy the natural order, suggesting a universe far more intricate and terrifying than we dare to imagine. The flickering glow of flickering monitors illuminates faces tense with suspicion, eyes scanning for answers that might never reveal themselves. These peculiar traits, unusual physical features, genetic mosaics, are not just anomalies. They are potential signs of something fundamentally foreign, something that shouldn't be here. Deep in the archives of classified research, a series of photographs flickers onto the screen. Images of individuals with eyes that seem too large, features too symmetrical, skin that glints unnaturally under the low light. A man with elongated fingers, delicate yet eerily precise, movements almost too perfect for human origin. A woman with a slight translucent sheen to her skin, veins faintly visible beneath the surface. These images don't belong to the realm of natural genetics. They whisper of unnatural modifications, of beings whose origins are intertwined with the stars or perhaps a hidden, ancient invasion. Are they human? Are they something else entirely? The investigation zeroes in on genetic anomalies. Samples collected from these individuals tell a story that is bewildering and impossible to ignore. DNA sequences that defy the standard human blueprint. Sections of genetic material that seem to have been inserted, altered, or duplicated in patterns that make no biological sense. Mitochondrial DNA that doesn't match ancestry data. Foreign genetic markers, sequences that resemble extraterrestrial genomes. Every test raises more questions, each answer unfolding into a labyrinth of cosmic horror and conspiracy. As the team delves deeper, a chilling possibility emerges. What if these aren't just genetic anomalies but evidence of hybrid entities, part human, part something else? Some of these specimens display characteristics that could suggest hybridization with extraterrestrial DNA. Features not entirely human but not entirely alien either. An elongated skull found in an archive, radioed back to some ancient, buried relic. A species of hybrid, perhaps created as a bridge between worlds, hidden among us. Are some men in black agents, long ago transformed or bred as part of a clandestine effort to integrate alien genetics into humanity? Could the beings we dismiss as merely mysterious or supernatural actually be engineered hybrids? Living relics of an ancient cosmic experiment? The question of descent spirals into darker, more unsettling territory. Could it be that these anomalies are not random but purposeful? Perhaps they were engineered or bred from the beginning. Considering the stratified layers of history, myth, legend, and recent sightings, something ancient lurks beneath. Could these hybrid beings have been part of a plan, a covert project sanctioned by powerful entities that sought to manipulate and control the course of human evolution? Or are they extraterrestrial visitors, cloaked in biological disguise, living among us unnoticed? Their origins, whether terrestrial or cosmic, blur into a mythic narrative we're only beginning to piece together. Amidst these revelations, a shadowy figure appears, an informant with a face scarred by time, eyes filled with a haunted knowledge. In hushed tones, they recount tales of clandestine experiments, of abductions and genetic manipulations, of creatures that seem to slip between worlds. Neither fully human nor alien but something in between. They speak of clandestine laboratories where beings of unnatural origin are kept hidden away, subjects of endless scrutiny and experimentation. The informant's words hint at an unthinkable truth. Perhaps the government, or some clandestine consortium, have been orchestrating hybridization projects for decades, if not longer. They have been producing these biological anomalies as part of a secret agenda, agents, soldiers, or perhaps messengers from beyond. Their stories resonate with the unsettling idea that some of these beings might walk among us, indistinguishable from ordinary humans at first glance, but harboring traits that betray their true nature. The occasional anomalous behavior, an uncanny stillness, a piercing gaze, movements too precise, becomes a clue left behind in the fabric of reality. These traits could be the fingerprints of something alien in origin, a mark of hybridization, a biological echo of otherworldly genes pulsing beneath human skin. As the narrative unfolds, the lines between reality and myth twist and tighten, a web spun from conspiracy, science, and the unknown. The question surfaces again. Are some of these men in black, those enigmatic agents who appear and disappear like ghosts, actually hybrids or extraterrestrial beings masquerading as humans? Could every encounter, every mysterious disappearance, be linked to these biological anomalies? Evidence of an ongoing, clandestine war for our DNA, our very souls? The evidence seems to suggest that these anomalies are more than mere genetic accidents. They are living proof that the universe's secrets have slipped into our world, hidden beneath masks of normalcy. The entities that we've dismissed as conspiracy theory or hallucination might be genuine manifestations of cosmic manipulation. Perhaps the very fabric of human genetics has been altered, experimented upon, and infiltrated by non-human forces seeking to understand, control, or perhaps even replace us. With each discovery, the chilling realization takes hold. It's not just about bizarre appearances or mutations. It's about the possibility that some of the most powerful figures in our clandestine history, those who wield influence from behind the scenes, are part of a larger, darker design. They may be the progeny of hybrids, the result of interstellar engineering, living proof of a cosmic agenda that predates our recorded history. As the chapter draws to a close, the pervasive sense of vulnerability deepens. The truths unearthed threaten to overturn everything we believe about ourselves, our history, and our place in the universe. The question remains: if some men and women in black are indeed hybrid or extraterrestrial beings in disguise, then how many of us are living alongside them? How many have already been changed? And if these anomalies are a window into a broader cosmic conspiracy, what does that say about the future of humanity? The dark whispers linger in the silence, an ominous echo that some secrets are better left buried. But the shadows are long, and the truth, as always, refuses to stay hidden forever. It's waiting, lurking in the peripheries of our reality, urging us to look deeper, to question everything. Because, perhaps, the most terrifying revelation of all is that we are not entirely human, and the universe's mysteries are far more vast, and far more dangerous, than we could ever imagine. In the quiet moments of night, when the world drifts into silence and the shadows stretch longer, there are stories that refuse to be silenced. Tales that thread through the fabric of ordinary life, whispering of encounters so strange they challenge the boundaries of belief. One such story begins with a man named Daniel, who, on a fog-laden evening, found himself face to face with a figure cloaked in an aura of unsettling calm. It was just past midnight when Daniel noticed a tall figure standing at the edge of his driveway, under the flickering glow of a street lamp. The man's face was obscured beneath a dark hat, and his suit was impeccably tailored but oddly emitting a faint shimmer under the low light. Daniel's heart pounded, a primal instinct telling him that this was no ordinary visitor. As he approached, the figure raised a hand, not in greeting but in warning. With a voice that seemed to echo from a place beyond normal comprehension, the stranger said, "Be careful. There are things you shouldn't see." Before Daniel could respond, the figure vanished, dissolving into the mist as if melting into the night itself. From that night on, Daniel's life unfolded in strange unpredictability. Unexplained whispers haunted his sleep, and shadows flickered where there should have been none. His friends dismissed his fears, calling them hallucinations or nightmares, but Daniel knew better. The message he received was chilling. Some encounters leave marks on the psyche, invisible but indelible. Why had that being warned him? Was it merely a warning or a prelude to something darker? Farther south, in a different corner of the world, another witness named Lisa recounted her own experience. She was hiking alone in the woods, a pastime she cherished for its solitude and beauty. Suddenly, she felt an unexplainable shift in the air, as though the forest itself had paused. Out of the trees stepped two figures, identical in stature and dress, with features that seemed eerily too smooth, too perfect. They were men, yet somehow lacked any warmth behind their eyes. They approached her with rigid, unhurried movements. Before she could run, one of them raised a hand, palm outward, as if in a silent command. Everything around her seemed to distort, the colors muted, sounds muffled. Then, quite suddenly, the figures dissolved into the air, vanishing into thin air, leaving Lisa trembling amidst the trees. Her memories became a perplexing jigsaw. The men's faces, the silence, and the cold feeling that seeped into her bones. Why had they come? What did they want? The forest remained silent afterward, but Lisa knew she had crossed a line, one that perhaps should have never been crossed in the first place. These stories are not isolated. There are countless accounts of beings, men dressed impeccably, often in black, who appear without warning and leave questions hanging in the air like a thick fog. Some witnesses speak of strange warnings, messages delivered with an urgency that breathes dread. Others report sudden disappearances of friends, loved ones, or even themselves following these encounters. How do you explain it when someone vanishes without a trace? Is it that they were taken, spirited away, or simply became invisible to the normal perception? The phenomenon seems to defy explanation, but one common thread emerges: these encounters aren't random. There's a palpable intention behind their presence. Sometimes these beings linger, watching, as though they are cataloging, assessing. Sometimes they appear fleetingly, as if racing against time or perhaps warning us of something unseen and approaching. Their behavior is peculiar. They do not seem aggressive most of the time, yet their silence is deafening. Their calm is unnerving. They seem to hover just outside the boundary of human comprehension, straddling worlds seen and unseen. Many who have been confronted with these entities describe a sense of déjà vu, a feeling that they have stepped into a moment long past or a future yet to come. There's an air of eternal patience, as if these men are part of a cosmic hive, observing humanity with a detached curiosity. But why? What is their purpose? Are they messengers, enforcers, or something altogether different? The answers are not clear. Instead, they deepen the mystery, fueling stories that ripple through the fabric of consciousness, whispering truths few dare to ponder. The disappearances are perhaps the most disturbing aspect. Some people who have encountered them simply vanish after the encounter, leaving behind puzzled loved ones and unanswered questions. There are stories of hikers who simply disappeared in remote regions, of witnesses who lost hours, days, from their memory, only to find themselves in unfamiliar places, with no explanation for how they got there. Could they have been taken? Or did they, perhaps, befriend this shadowy spectrum of beings? It's tempting to look for logical explanations, but the patterns suggest otherwise. There's an almost ritualistic aspect to their behavior. Sometimes these beings seem to be performing a silent communication, as if they are reading histories, cataloging energies, or maybe even interfering subtly in human affairs. The warnings that come with some encounters are profound. People report being told of impending danger, unseen forces at play, or warnings about the future, cryptic messages that linger long after the encounter has ended. And yet, the greatest mystery remains. Why do some people vanish? In an inexplicable echo of cosmic silence, some say it's part of their purpose, that these beings operate on a level beyond time and space, selectively choosing individuals for reasons shrouded in darkness. Perhaps they remove witnesses to keep the secret buried, to keep the world from unraveling. Or maybe, just maybe, they are messengers, reminding us of a universe more complex and layered than our limited perception allows us to comprehend. The stories continue to unfold, each more unsettling than the last, each adding a new thread to this tangled web of the unexplained. What is clear is that these encounters are imprints on the collective consciousness, echoes of a reality just beyond reach. And as we delve deeper into the shadows, we are forced to confront the possibility that not all entities are here to harm, and not all secrets are meant to be hidden forever. Some are waiting in the darkness, watching, silent witnesses to the unfolding mystery of what lies just beyond the veil. The screen flickers to life, revealing a dimly lit room filled with strange gadgets and relics of a forgotten age. Devices that seem to hum with an otherworldly energy, whispering secrets from the void. Shadows dance across walls cluttered with wires, screens, and broken parts of machinery that defy conventional understanding. In the midst of this chaos, a researcher, hunched and tense, delicately handles a small, glowing device. Its surface shimmers with iridescent colors, shifting like liquid metal, as if it's alive with a consciousness of its own. The air is thick with the scent of burnt circuits and the hum of electricity that seems to pulse in sync with the very heart of the universe. This is no ordinary lab. It's a hub of the obscure, a sanctuary for artifacts that challenge the boundaries of human knowledge. Here lies the evidence, scattered fragments of something far beyond our technological grasp. Whispered legends, declassified documents, photographs of unidentified flying objects, and artifacts resembling tools or weapons, each piece compellingly alien in origin. The researchers' fingers tremble as they examine a small, disc-shaped device, eerily smooth, with symbols etched along its edge that neither mirror any known alphabet nor follow logic we're familiar with. Its uncanny design suggests purpose beyond human comprehension. Suddenly, the device emits a faint pulse, and a ripple of static runs through the air. The researchers' eyes widen. They recall stories told in hushed tones, accounts of abductions, strange lights seen in isolated skies, and inexplicable incidents where minds seemed to follow some unseen control. It's as if these gadgets carry a consciousness, embedded with technology that answers only its own mysterious purpose. Could this be proof of something extraterrestrial? The question gnaws at their mind, relentless and unforgiving. Across the room, another device begins to glow, displaying swirling patterns that resemble star maps, or perhaps, a blueprint of something long hidden in the dark reaches of space. It's as if these artifacts form a language of their own, a conversation in symbols and signals, an alien dialect encoded in electromagnetic signals, waiting to be deciphered. With each discovery, the line between science and the supernatural blurs further, fueling the haunting suspicion that human technology is merely a mimicry, a shadow of something far more advanced and incomprehensibly ancient. In the shadows, the researcher reflects on the rumors of secret projects and government cover-ups. Whispers that these extraterrestrial artifacts are not just relics but active components of a larger, clandestine technology. Some say that certain governments have reverse-engineered alien tech, implanting in it the capacity for mind control, subjugating populations with waves of unseen influence. Devices that manipulate thoughts, emotions, even dreams. The lines between reality and hallucination blur as one begins to wonder. Are we the architects of our own mental prisons? Or are we unwitting prisoners of something that came from beyond the stars? A sudden burst of static on a nearby monitor pulls them back. The screen flickers, revealing a sequence of fleeting images, bright flashes in the sky, anomalous objects darting in unnatural ways, shapes that defy aerodynamics, moving with a precision that suggests intelligence. UFO technology, or perhaps relics of a civilization long extinct but preserved in the fabric of our world. The notion is terrifying yet tantalizing. If these devices are indeed alien, what does that mean for human understanding? Are we visitors on borrowed time, living in the shadow of a cosmic history written by otherworldly architects? The researcher's mind races with possibilities. Could these gadgets be the tools used to control minds, to shape entire societies from the shadows? Might the government's secret experiments extend deeper than known, tapping into tech derived from extraterrestrial sources? They think of stories told by those who've experienced unexplained phenomena, visions induced in ways that seem almost impossible, as if their thoughts had been rewired, their perceptions manipulated by unseen forces. The technology, or artifacts, if they can truly be called that, seems alive with intent, capable of influencing human consciousness beyond our limited understanding. In the quietude of the darkened room, hinting at infinite complexity, a question persists. Is our grasp on technology genuine, or is it merely a mimicry? Are we merely playing with echoes of an ancient, cosmic intelligence that tried to erase itself from our consciousness, yet left behind these remnants, these whispers of alien origin? The real mystery lies not just in what these devices are, but in who made them, and why. What intentions are encoded within their circuits? Could these be keys to unlocking a broader universal truth, and, in doing so, exposing the fragile veneer of human supremacy? As the camera slowly pulls back, the researcher's figure becomes more shadow than flesh, a symbol of humanity's relentless curiosity, an eager explorer venturing into the dark corridors of the unknown. The room's eerie glow casts long, unsettling shadows, as if the walls themselves are listening, waiting for the moment when these secrets will be fully uncovered, when the origin of these strange gadgets will finally be revealed. And in that revelation, perhaps lies the greatest danger of all, the unsettling realization that our technology, our progress, might be nothing more than a reflection of something truly alien, something that has tried, and continues to try, to erase itself from our collective memory. The question hangs like a specter in the air. Are we truly the creators, or are we just echoes of a technology conceived in the shadows of cosmic history, trying to find a voice once more? A voice that might reveal that we are not alone in the universe, but rather, the latest chapter in an ancient story of contact, control, and ultimately, erasure. In the cold silence of the night, when the world sleeps unknowing, the sky begins to whisper secrets meant only for the brave to hear. Shadows dance high above, streaks of eerie light flickering across the darkness, flares that defy explanation, black helicopters silently cutting through the air, and celestial displays that seem too calculated to be mere coincidence. It's as if the universe itself is trying to tell us something, if only we knew how to listen. The air is thick with an unspoken tension, a sense that these phenomena are not isolated incidents but part of a much larger, more sinister puzzle. For decades, witnesses have reported sightings, strange flashes in the sky, unusual movements of aircraft not registered on any radar, and celestial bodies that seem to behave unnaturally, swirling with colors and patterns that defy natural laws. All of this converges into a pattern that refuses to be dismissed as coincidence. UFO flares, those sudden, explosive bursts of light, have perplexed investigators for years. Some believe they are military experiments, clandestine projects shielded under layers of secrecy. Others whisper about signals from beyond, messages broadcast in cosmic code only extraterrestrials could comprehend, or perhaps want us to decipher. Every flare feels like a warning, a beacon cast into the abyss, hinting at a presence watching from the shadows of space, or perhaps right here on Earth, lurking in the darkness. Black helicopters, silent, menacing, almost predatory, sweep across the sky with a purpose that cannot be ignored. Some encounter them in remote areas, strange figures cloaked in black uniforms that vanish before witnesses can get a good look. These craft seem to operate outside the boundaries of legal jurisdiction, their silence itself a warning. Are they government spies? or agents of something far more mysterious? The fact that they appear in conjunction with other strange phenomena suggests a connection, a coordinated effort to hide the truth. Then there are the celestial events, unusual constellations, planets that seem brighter than usual, stars flickering with unnatural intensity. Some witnesses speak of seeing stars swirling in patterns, forming symbols or messages that seem to beckon from the heavens. Could these be signs, messages, or perhaps the universe's way of signaling something lurking just beyond our perception? The question persists. Are these phenomena connected to extraterrestrial agendas? The images could be nothing more than atmospheric anomalies, technical glitches, or misidentified natural events. Yet, beneath the surface, a deeper, darker hypothesis lurks, one that echoes through secret files and shadowed corridors of power. What if these sights are orchestrated, deliberate signals to those who are meant to see? Could they be warnings, invitations, or even navigational markers left by visitors from other worlds? Throughout history, governments have been caught in a web of denial, concealing their knowledge and experiments under layers of disinformation. Sightings of black helicopters and unexplained aerial displays are dismissed as military exercises or optical illusions, but the pattern suggests something more intentional. Is it possible that these phenomena are part of a covert operation, perhaps an attempt to monitor, manipulate, or even interact with entities beyond our comprehension? The curiosity is impossible to ignore, and the implications overwhelmingly profound. If extraterrestrials are indeed involved, what are their motives? Are they observers, studying us from afar? Or manipulators, influencing our world through covert signals and strange craft? And if they are not, then who, or what, is behind the orchestration of these mysterious events? Is it humanity's secret elite experimenting with technologies lost to time? Or something darker, an ancient force awakening, stirring from its slumber beneath the stars? Scientists and skeptics argue that many of these phenomena can be explained through natural science. Magnetic disturbances, atmospheric conditions, and human perception might all play roles in these eerie displays. Yet, no amount of scientific rationalization accounts for the consistency and pattern of these sightings. They persist across decades, locations, and cultures, suggesting a deeper message. In the quiet moments of reflection, one cannot help but wonder, are these skyward anomalies a form of communication? A cosmic language encoded in flashes and patterns meant to be deciphered only when the time comes? Or are they simply the universe's way of reminding us that we are not alone? That somewhere, beyond our limited understanding, a cosmic dance continues, hidden from our view, yet undeniably there. As the night deepens, so does the mystery. The sky, once a symbol of serenity and constancy, has become a canvas of clandestine messages and unexplained phenomena. Every flicker, every silent helicopter, every celestial anomaly adds a new layer to the enigma. The more we grasp, the more elusive the truth becomes, slipping through our fingers like shadows in the dark. And now, as the evidence accumulates and the stories multiply, a haunting question lingers in the air. If these phenomena are indeed connected to extraterrestrial agendas, then what is our role in this silent cosmic dialogue? Are we merely spectators, or are we unwitting participants in a galactic game far beyond our understanding? The night holds its secrets close, whispering promises and threats alike. Whatever truths lie hidden in the vast expanses above, one thing remains clear: the sky is alive with mysteries, and someone, or something, has tried to erase their traces. But the echoes remain, calling out from the darkness, daring us to listen, to look beyond the veil, and to face the cosmic puzzle that is unraveling before our very eyes. In the shadowed corners of popular culture, the men in black have become more than just a mysterious symbol. They've become a myth, a legend woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness. For decades, movies, conspiracy theories, memes, and stories have shaped an image that feels both familiar and unsettling. Hollywood has taken the enigmatic agents and turned them into figures of intrigue and suspicion, their stories amplified through countless films where they are depicted as enforcers of secret government orders, sometimes protectors, often enforcers of silent conformity. And yet, within this fictional veneer lies a deeper question. Has fiction genuinely defined our understanding of these elusive figures, or is it that these stories merely echo something far older and more visceral within us? The iconic movies, from the original Men in Black to subsequent sequels, have made these secret agents almost charismatic caricatures, slick suits, shiny neuralizers, and alien encounters. They are portrayed as arbiters who maintain peace and silence the inconvenient truth of extraterrestrial existence, blending comedy with suspense. These films wield a captivating mix of humor and mystery, creating characters that are at once formidable and strangely relatable. Through the lens of cinema, the men in black become the ultimate guardians of secrets too dangerous for the public, and in doing so, they embody a kind of omnipotent authority that feeds into our fantasies and fears alike. But what lies beneath the shiny surface of these fictional depictions? The media's portrayal subtly influences the collective perception, shaping what people accept as reality or at least as plausible. The memes, brief, viral snippets, further distill this imagery into symbols, often mocking or sensationalizing these figures. An image of a suited man with an alien in a briefcase, a cryptic caption, or a quick clip of a Men in Black encounter gets passed around, fueling rumors and conspiracy theories. These digital echoes keep the myth alive, blurring lines between fact and fiction, creating a fertile ground for skepticism or belief. Some cling desperately to the notion that these agents are real, hiding in plain sight, their existence suggested by fleeting sightings or unconfirmed reports that percolate through internet forums and fringe websites. And yet, perhaps the most compelling aspect is how this media-driven myth influences the way society perceives the unknown. When the public is fed images and stories of men in dark suits wielding memory-erasing devices, it stirs a cocktail of curiosity, fear, and mistrust. Are they protectors or puppeteers? Are they government agents acting in the public interest, or part of a clandestine power structure seeking to manipulate knowledge and control? Over time, these questions seep into our subconscious, becoming a part of our collective paranoia. Often, the stories are spun with enough plausible details to keep us on the edge, enough to seduce us into believing that somewhere behind those dark sunglasses, there might be truth. But what about the real shape of the myth? Do we remember history through these images? Do these media portrayals tell us more about societal anxieties, the fear of the other, the uncertainty of our future, the loss of control, than about the agents themselves? They serve as mirrors for our deepest doubts and desires. The craving for secret knowledge, the terrifying possibility of being watched or manipulated by unseen forces. In this way, fiction shapes perception not merely by inventing stories but by resonating with that primordial human instinct. The need to understand the unknown, to find order amidst chaos. This cycle of stories, memes, and conspiracy theories demonstrates how powerful media can be in crafting perceptions. Every film, every meme is a brushstroke in a larger canvas of myth-making, a canvas that reflects our collective hopes, fears, and distrust. Upon this canvas, the men in black are painted as both villains and heroes, as gatekeepers of cosmic secrets, or as dark reflections of our own authoritarian tendencies. The lines between truth and fiction dissolve in the digital age, where images and stories spread at the speed of thought. In a sense, the media doesn't just depict the men in black. It creates them, giving life to a myth that feeds off our subconscious. So, is fiction shaping our understanding of these secret agents? Or are these stories revealing truths hidden beneath the surface of our reality? Perhaps both. For some, the Hollywood portrayal becomes a lens, distorting reality but also revealing its underlying fears. For others, the memes and rumors are the real story, a digital tapestry woven from the collective anxiety of a society unsure of its transparency. Either way, it's clear that these narratives serve as a reflection of us, an echo of the fears we dare not confront directly. As we continue to explore this shadowy mythology, one truth remains undeniable. Media and pop culture have etched their mark onto the myth of the men in black. This imprint percolates through our consciousness, shaping perceptions, fueling paranoia, or offering intrigue, sometimes all at once. The question lingers: how much of what we believe about these mysterious agents is built on fact, and how much is a reflection of our deepest fears, projected onto the dark screen of our collective imagination? In this dance of fiction and reality, the myth persists, ever shrouded in mystery, yet undeniably an echo of ourselves, trying to understand what lies beyond the veils of the known. Deep within the shadow-laden corridors of history, humanity has always whispered of mysteries too profound for ordinary understanding. From the scorched sands of Egyptian deserts to the dense jungles of the Amazon, ancient civilizations carved symbols into stone and painted visions upon cave walls, each one a fragment of a grand, cosmic mosaic. These symbols whisper stories of star-born deities and celestial beings who descended onto Earth, carrying secrets that could unravel the very fabric of reality itself. In the silent depths of time, the universe was born from chaos, an explosive birthing of energy and matter, gestating in an abyss beyond human comprehension. But what if this cosmic chaos was not merely a random event? What if it was the unfolding of an ancient, deliberate design, governed by laws known only to a select group of celestial custodians? These laws, etched into the fabric of the universe, are what many now call the cosmic laws, a dark, unbreakable code that sustains reality, and perhaps, keeps the universe from unraveling into chaos again. Throughout history, evidence surfaces hinting at an invisible hand guiding humanity, a secret network of alliances that stretch across galaxies and millennia. Extraterrestrial beings, not just explorers or invaders, but ancient sentinels, guardians who have watched over the secrets of existence since the dawn of time. They are the architects of the universe's hidden truths, maintaining a delicate balance that keeps chaos at bay. Is it possible that these beings have established an interstellar alliance, a brotherhood of sorts, charged with protecting the most dangerous secrets known to the cosmos? One cannot ignore the recurring appearance of strange symbols and artifacts that seem deliberately placed throughout human history. The Sumerian cuneiform texts, the mysteries of the Nazca lines, the intricate carvings of the Mayan temples. They all appear too sophisticated to be mere coincidences or primitive guesses at cosmic understanding. Instead, they seem to be the work of an intelligence that transcends time and space, whispering clues about the universe's true origins and its ultimate purpose. Within this cosmic web, certain groups seem to hold special knowledge, strangers who walk among us cloaked in secrecy. The men in black, for instance, are often dismissed as a myth, a product of popular culture, yet many researchers and whistleblowers insist there's a core truth beneath the legend. Could they be remnants of this ancient extraterrestrial race, a segment of a cosmic order tasked with overseeing the universe's sacred balance? Theories suggest they are not merely government operatives, but members of a galactic fraternity tasked with guarding and masking the most dangerous truths from humanity's reach. These entities appear almost indomitable, with methods that transcend human understanding, technology that can erase memories, shape-shifting abilities, and an uncanny knowledge of cosmic secrets. Perhaps they are the last line of defense, wielding the universe's forbidden knowledge with a restraint that only a higher cosmic purpose could justify. They operate under invisible laws, laws that might even influence what humanity perceives as reality, keeping us in a veil of ignorance so that our fragile minds do not shatter under the weight of cosmic truths. But what about the origins of these extraterrestrial alliances? Evidence suggests they trace back to ancient times, possibly even predating human civilization. Some believe that the first advanced civilizations appeared after encounters with these beings, who imparted fragments of cosmic wisdom, seeds of knowledge that would blossom into the great temples, sacred texts, and scientific ambitions we see throughout history. These connections are no longer just myth but are woven into our history, waiting to be uncovered. Is this cosmic brotherhood composed of enlightened beings from distant galaxies? Are they merely guardians or also prisoners of a higher cosmic law? Perhaps they are bound to preserve these secrets because revealing them would threaten the fragile peace of the universe, or ignite a cosmic upheaval beyond human reckoning. As humanity continues to search through the stars and delve into quantum mysteries, the whispers grow louder. An unspoken question persists: are we, too, part of this grand cosmic puzzle? Are there extraterrestrial forces watching over us, guarding the secrets of our existence? Could the phenomena we dismiss as UFOs or paranormal activity be glimpses into the operations of this ancient alliance? And what of the men in black, often depicted as suppressors or enforcers of silence? Are they merely human agents, or do they fold into a larger cosmic scheme? Some whisper that they are the last remnants of an ancient line, sentinels tasked with ensuring cosmic secrets remain concealed, their origin shrouded in mystery. Their very presence seems to defy the natural order, their technology and abilities hinting at a knowledge far beyond human comprehension. The questions echo into the void as darkness encroaches. The universe is vast and silent, yet full of whispers, hidden intentions, and ancient laws. We stand on the precipice of understanding, yet remain blind to the true nature of our cosmic guardians. Are they protectors or prison guards of universal knowledge? Are humanity's future and the universe's fate entwined with their ancient secrets? In the end, the universe itself may be a living testament to a cosmic alliance, a silent chorus of the stars guarding the secrets of creation. We are the unwitting heirs of this cosmic legacy, forever seeking truth in the shadows, in the echoes of ancient whispers that tried to erase the knowledge of their existence. The question remains, stirring the dark: are men in black part of a cosmic race protecting universal secrets, or are they agents of an even darker force that seeks to keep the cosmos veiled in eternal darkness? The answer lies hidden somewhere among the stars, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to look beyond the veils of deception and into the infinite depths of cosmic truth. As the screen darkens and the echoes of past revelations fade into silence, a montage begins. Images flicker like fragmented memories. The strange symbols etched into the desert floor, the cold stare of shadowy figures lurking behind the veil of night, the cryptic whispers of witnesses who spoke of encounters they could hardly believe themselves. Each piece, a puzzle fragment, a whisper in the roaring silence that has yet to be fully understood. We've traveled through corridors of secrecy, delved into declassified documents that hint at a world hidden beneath layers of deception, and witnessed apparitions caught on film, faint, fleeting, almost impossible to explain. These images, these experiences, they are not isolated incidents. They are threads woven into a tapestry of truths that refuse to be unraveled easily. The evidence stacks higher, more overwhelming with each step taken closer to the edge of concealed reality. Consider the testimonies of whistleblowers, scientists, military personnel, civilians, each recounting encounters with beings that defy the very laws of physics, with features that are neither human nor machine but something in between, something foreign yet eerily familiar. These stories are dismissed, often ridiculed, yet persisted through the veils of official denial and propaganda. Why? What are they hiding? Are these beings merely extraterrestrials or something more profound, an infiltration on a level we dare not comprehensively grasp? The leaked government files, now available and analyzed by skeptical eyes and curious minds alike, suggest a pattern of cover-ups and suppression. Evidence that once was buried deep within classified archives surfaces now as whispers of truth. How many times have we been told that all is well, that UFOs are just weather balloons or optical illusions? And yet, among the compiled evidence, shows objects moving with impossible speeds, outpacing any man-made craft, performing maneuvers that destroy the laws of aerodynamics as we understand them. A flashing glimpse into abilities beyond our reach, kept hidden behind the curtains of national security. In the shadows, a different kind of truth emerges, a series of encounters where witnesses describe not only strange craft but also entities that seem to communicate without words. Telepathy? A form of consciousness that transcends language? What if these beings are not just visitors from another world but something else? Guardians, invaders, or perhaps observers, sets of eyes that see into us in ways we cannot fathom. Are they here to watch, to manipulate, to prepare us for revelations too monumental to face? Or are they the very fabric of our reality, threads woven into the universe, hidden in plain sight? The clues spread further when examining the phenomena recorded on various black sites, places where the light of the official narrative flickers and falters. Sightings in remote areas, reports of disappearances linked with strange patterns and symbols etched into the earth. Could there be ancestral memories encoded within these symbols? Did ancient civilizations encounter beings that resemble the entities described today? Or is this history repeating itself, echoing in a cycle that we are only beginning to understand? And yet, the most unsettling question remains. Are we really alone in questioning what's real? Or is this entire narrative, a labyrinth of half-truths and falsehoods, crafted to keep us from facing the unsettling reality that we are not at the top of the chain? Could it be that the men in black, those mysterious, often faceless agents, are not merely humans tasked with concealment but something else entirely? Something that looks human, acts human, yet is fundamentally different? Are they the gatekeepers of this hidden universe? Their presence, so often dismissed as paranoia, may be a shadow play on our collective consciousness. Maybe they are reflections of our deepest fears and our most suppressed truths. Or perhaps they are the puppeteers, controlling the narrative, the concealment, the illusion of ignorance that sustains our accepted reality. As the images flicker slower, the narrative sharpens into a question that demands an answer, one that haunts the core of human understanding. Are we ready to accept that the men in black are not human? That they are something else, a mirror of what we fear, what we refuse to confront? That perhaps the boundary between the known and the unknown is thinner than we dare to imagine? And as the screen fades into black once more, the echoes of this unanswered question reverberate. The chapter ends not with a conclusion, but with an open invitation and challenge for us all to look beyond the veil, to peer into the abyss of the incomprehensible. Because in that darkness beyond the boundary of what we consider reality, lies a truth so profound, so unsettling, that our very perception of existence might be forever altered. Are we truly prepared to accept that the men in black are not human? Or is this just another layer of the deception? The answers remain hidden, just beneath the surface, waiting to reveal themselves when we are ready to see.